Okay, so let's start off with graduation rehearsal. I'm going to pretty much go into an overview so that everyone has an idea, a really good idea of what to look forward to in terms of rehearsal that's coming up and graduation day. Okay, so let's start off with rehearsal. So rehearsal is Monday, May 22nd. That is really quick, which gives us like a week almost, because graduation is Saturday. So you might forget what you're supposed to do, which is why this video is out there for you. Okay, so Monday, May 22nd, we are loading buses at 9:15. Yes, I said 9:15. We have to be at Lowe's at 10. So that means that we need to be on the bus departing from Hillcrest High School early in the morning so that we can get to Lowe's on time, because we are only given 2 hours. And 2 hours might seem like a lot of time, but it is not. It is not. Time is going to fly by. So what I need from each and every one of you is to be respectful and be on alert. Stay ready for changes at the last moment. Obviously, be flexible for that, and listen for instructions. Okay, next. All right, so when it comes to rehearsal, when it comes to graduation, you are always going to want to follow your line leader. Very important. Your line leader is going to be an adult. It's going to be someone who works in our building, whether that is a teacher or a counselor, some type of faculty or staff member. Okay, that person is going to give you a piece of paper. On that paper, it's going to say that you're either going to be on the left side of the hallway or you're going to be lining up on the right side of the hallway. Okay, a line leader could be anyone. Okay, we have various volunteers. Say, for example, the line leader for line 1 is Dr. Murray. She's going to be walking in with the top 10 students. That includes the salutatory and the valedictory. Mr. Aguilar, who is an instructional coach on our campus, he will be with line 2. And then Miss Carter, who is a teacher, will be with line 3. So each staff member is going to have a designated line. Okay, you won't necessarily know which teacher that you have until the 22nd. I don't have a solid list of who's graduating, so I'm filming this before I get that list, but the concept is still there. The main idea is still there. And that being that each teacher, staff member is going to have around 20 students. So each row is going to have 20 seats. So which means that you need to pay attention to what number you have within that row. So you're going to have a staff member. You're always going to be looking for that person and make sure that you're following the cues that they're given to you. You want to go to that person if you need a Band-Aid, a safety pin, whatever. That's the person that you want to talk to. If you don't remember what your number is, that's the person who you want to talk to. Okay, so these are the volunteers. These teachers on this side are going to be on the left side of the hallway. And then these teachers are going to be on the right side of the hallway. Okay, so row number 1 will be matched up with row number 2. Row number 3 will be matched up with number 4, 5, and 6, like that. Okay, the rows are going to walk in together. So row 1 and 2, one on the left side, one on the right side, walking in together. 3 and 4, walking in together. 5 and 6, walking in together. So let's take a look at what that's going to look like. And I have here the actual seats for the number of students. So I have been told that there are roughly estimated about 350 students who are graduating. So I have the seats here and I have the line leaders here. So this side the left-hand side is going to start off with Dr. Murray. So Dr. Murray is going to have row 1. She's going to walk in on the left-hand side from the tunnel, and she's going to head towards the right. Okay, Aguilar, who is row 2, is coming from the right-hand side, and he's going to walk all the way to the end of row 2. Okay, he's walking in with Dr. Murray. Then the next row, which is Gutierrez. Gutierrez is going to walk in with McCarter. Okay, so Gutierrez is going to walk in, and so is Miss McCarter. She's also going to be walking in. And they are going to head in the opposite directions, different rows. One in row 3, one in row 4, and they are going to pass by each other and be at the end of the row. And so on. So let me just go over this one more time. So we have Sheffield is the next one, and she's going to be coming from the left, and then coming from the right is going to be Coach Jones. Like that. So Sheffield, Jones, rows are walking out at the same time, reaching their rows at the same time and passing by each other. 2 different rows, rows 5 and rows 6. Okay, Jones will be filling up rows 5, Sheffield filling up row 6 from the opposite direction, and they're going to keep going until all of the seats are filled with students. Like that. Okay, so here's just it all over again. So from the left-hand side, you're entering on the left-hand side, walking to the end of the row on the right. Those on the right-hand side, entering on the right-hand side, and then walking to the end of the row on the left. So that's when we're entering, it's gonna look like this. Okay, so we're going to try to maximize those 2 hours that we are there at Lowe's on the 22nd, getting there at 10, hopefully, leaving the building at 9:15. And we're going to try and go through what the structure of that day is going to look like. So this is kind of like a mock-up of what we have so far, and that being that Flory, he's going to spelled his name wrong. Flory, he's gonna do his little entrance. Band is gonna do their thing. Top 10's coming in, and then presentation of colors in the Pledge of Allegiance. There is going to be a welcome, another band, our 2 speeches, our board member who is Dustin Marshall. He's going to do his little speech, and then each person is going to walk across the stage and get their diploma. In order to walk across, you need to make sure that you have that name card, have the number with you. You're going to pass that to either Miss Sotomayor or to Davenport, and they're going to read off your name, how you would like it to be read. So if you have a difficult sounding name and you know ways to make it be pronounced real nice, these 2 are the ones that you would like to tell them to. Once they have read all their names, we are going to do the alma mater, and then we're going to exit. Okay, when you are walking across the stage, pretty much self-explanatory. I'm going to tell you exactly where to go. You're going to cross over, shake people's hands, starting from right all the way to left to the end of the stage. And then you're going to go back to your row, back to your seat. Okay. So when it's time for you to get your diplomas. We just went through kind of like that order. I'm going to be there and I'm going to be telling which row when to get up and line up so that they can pass their names out. I'm going to call kind of like each row at a time. And it'll kind of be as smooth as possible type of process. This is probably the lengthiest part because we do have so many kids, but you need to make sure that you have your name card with you. Like I mentioned earlier, that means don't forget it if you go to the bathroom, or don't leave it in your purse or with your parents. You want to make sure that you have that with you at all times. Okay, so in terms of when it comes down to exiting to receive your diploma, I'm going to be on this side, standing there. So all right, so in terms of receiving your diploma, I'm going to be over here. Hey, that's not very. And I'm going to be walking up to the row and telling the row when to stand up and then come in to get into line. And the line is specifically in a certain order. So this side is always going to be the smallest number. So that means that I want you to exit exactly out of the row this way. You're just going to stand up and you're going to walk this way towards me. Okay, so when you are coming up to get your diploma, I'm going to call on row 1 or row 2. By calling, I'm not going to yell it out. I'm going to walk over and kind of tell you guys, get ready. And then you're going to like whisper it to your friend next to you, make sure that everyone is on the same page. And then we are all going to stand up in that row. You're going to walk and you're going to line up. Make sure you have your name card because that's what you're handing to Mr. Davenport or Mrs. Sotomayor. Okay. Next. So when we are exiting, again, we also want to follow our line leaders. They are there for a reason so that you have less stress on this very important day. So we are going to be exiting, starting from the front and making our way to the back. So again, rows 1 and 2 exiting together, 3 and 4 exiting together, 5 and 6 exiting out together. Another key thing here is no tossing of your hats. So your caps, you want to keep those. Every year we have someone who tosses them and then gets upset that they tossed it, they lost it. So you want to make sure that you, once you've crossed the stage, they say turn your tassel or whatever, you want to just keep track of your cap. All right, so now graduation day. So graduation day, first thing that you want to do is you want to get there early and you want to go to Bush Elementary. So Bush Elementary is next door to Lowe's. Okay, next door to Lowe's. And I'll show you that location on the day of rehearsal. On the day of rehearsal, we will not be able to go into Bush Elementary because they still have school, just how like we still have school. So we can't go inside, but I will show you the entrance that you're going to get into. When you get there, you need to check with your line leader. If your line leader isn't there, because you know people be running late, if your line leader isn't there, you need to find me and I will tell you where you need to stand. You are going to be getting into your lines, into your rows, into your numbers, okay? So I will give you numbers on the 22nd. That might change some by the time graduation comes, simply because people are working really, really hard in order to graduate. So you might have a number that's either bigger or smaller than what I give you on the 22nd, and that's okay because you're going to be flexible about it. Yes. All right, so line leaders are going to have a job. they are going to make sure that your cap and gown is looking good, all your cords is the right, not tangled, and that you're looking cute and flat and fresh. They are also going to make sure that your cell phones are turned off. They're going to make sure that you don't have gum in your mouth, and they're going to have band-aids and safety pins for if you need them. So if you have any questions, check your line leaders. If they catch you doing something, it's because it's their job to make sure that you are in line and that you're not acting a fool. All right, so the line leaders are going to meet you at Bush Elementary, and then you're going to be in your line in your order. They're going to be checking, making sure you're still in that correct order. You're going to line up from Bush into Lowe's in that order. So follow their lead. Okay, they are going to lead you all the way till the end. All right, so rehearsal. Already did this. Okay, so exiting day of graduation, there's always that tradition of you turning your tassel. The tassel is going to be from right to left, so you want it initially on the right hand side, and then Florrie's gonna be like, turn your tassels, and you're gonna go ooh, and you're gonna turn it from the left to the right. Make sure that you're following your leader. If you have any questions, ask them, ask me, and then we're going to exit out the opposite side of the row that you came in. So if you came in on the right hand side, you're going to exit on the left hand side. Let me show you what that looks like. So say for example here we have Dr. Murray's row, which is row number 1. She's coming in like this. She goes to row number 1. When it comes that she's exiting after the names are called, everyone has their diploma, with quotation marks, diploma, then she's going to exit to the right now, exiting to the right. Okay, so she's going to be exiting with Aguilar's row. Aguilar's going to go to the left. Murray goes to the right. Aguilar goes to the left. Okay, McCarter to the right. Gutierrez to the left. Coach Jones right. Miss Sheffield left. Like that. So they're always going to exit out with the same group that you came in with, just the opposite end of the row. And I'll help you with that as well. Okay, so graduation expectations are that obviously that you have fun. So no one wants to prevent you from having a good time. You do need to be respectful, and this is a important ceremony, so you want to look nice. You're going to be taking pictures, so you don't want to do anything to embarrass you or embarrass your family, because they're going to be there as well. So we are just expecting you to obviously have fun, but also just be respectful of the whole ceremony of it all. Okay, when you are dressing however you want to dress, and you want to wear like a button up, you can. Make sure you're wearing a tie with that button up. Make sure that you're wearing nice shoes, but also nice shoes that you can walk in. So if you want to wear high for it, just make sure that you can walk in it so that you don't fall on the stage while you're crossing it. We don't want that to happen, you know? If you want to wear dresses or a skirt, you need to make sure that they are above gown length. So make sure that we don't see your dress go all the way down past it. I don't know how picky they're going to be about that, but there it is. All right, so tickets should be sent to you. I know there's like a total of 10 per student, and I believe most of you have already gotten your tickets. But if you do have a question about tickets, you can contact me, or you can contact any of the admin